So what I've given you is the review for everything. Okay, that has substitution, elimination, all of it, and even some word problem stuff on there, which you'll be able to figure out. We'll go over it as well. There's some terms, maybe if you don't remember, things like coinciding lines, just means it's the same line. If you solve them both for y, it turns out to be the same equation. Parallel, we've done that. But go to the very back, the very last page, and let's just look at a few of these. This is considered your homework for this lesson, just finishing these four. I'm going to do one with you. But after doing the Khan Academy, you should feel a little more confident on this. You will have to fill in some missing information. So, yeah, you'll have to fill in, like, know the slope is 0 here. If there is no slope given, there's no x there, you know it's going to be a 0. So when you graph that, make sure you do a dashed line down here. Now, I highly suggest do the shading last. Go and graph both lines, and then do the shading last. Right. And if you can, use different colors or do different. If you're just using pencil, you can do one light, one dark. You know, press a little bit harder when you're doing one of the equations, and you can tell the difference between, well, which equation is which line, and so on. Same thing here. We have to know that 5 is the same as 5 over 1 x plus 2. So start at 2. Of course, we can't go up 5 over 1, so we know from before that we can make these both negative. That's the same thing as a positive, so we can go down 5, right 1, and that's going to be our dashed line. Okay. Now for the shading, just do one at a time and do it very lightly. Okay? Do it very lightly when you're doing your shading. So for here, it's going to be greater than, for the red, the horizontal line, it's going to be greater than, so you know that's above. So there's always 4 different areas, like, let me call this area 1, 2, 3, 4, those are also called quadrants sometimes. So it has to be one of these 4 areas that's going to be shaded. So because the red one is shaded up, I know it can't be 3 or 4, because those are both below. So the answer is either going to be 1 or 2, one of those 2 regions. And here it's going to be less than, so I want to go to my blue line and shade below, so just go straight down, right? So that means this whole area is what's going to be shaded with the blue line. So that lets me know that it's going to be this first quadrant right here is going to be my answer. Now, you don't really want to have all these lines and stuff there. So if you have anything that's outside of what your answer is, you'd want to erase that. Okay, and yeah, you'd end up shading this whole area right here. Now you don't want to get so close to the dotted lines that you can't tell that they're dashed anymore. So be careful, don't get too close and too exact and you can't see that it's a dashed line anymore. So that's the idea, and you can always pick a point, let's say something that's in here, something that'd be easy would be 1, 0, right? That'd be in my solution set, and you can plug that into here and verify that you get 2 true statements. If one of them is true and not the other, you know there's a mistake. So here you get a true statement, 0 is bigger than -3, and if I plug it into the second inequality as well, is 0 less than 5 times 1 plus 2, then you get 0 is less than 7, which is also true. So the fact that I picked a point in what I thought was a solution set, and I algebraically checked it with both inequalities, and they both came out true, lets me know I did shade in the right area. And as you guys saw on the Khan Academy, it's very important to actually have that check. Because if you miss one little thing, divide by negative wrong, or forget to flip a sign, you get the whole solution set wrong because of that. Okay, so your homework is to finish the back side, start working on the front side, do as much as you can to finish all of that, if not everything, and we'll do a few more review exercises, activities tomorrow and Wednesday, and then your test will be Thursday. What you guys were just working on Khan Academy here, this was not the homework assignment. This doesn't count towards your grade. This is just for you to get used to the whole thing of the overlapping. So don't worry if you didn't finish it. It's just for you to kind of see how it works, and so that when you go to do it on paper, it's a lot easier and cleaner, and you'll finish a lot faster. Okay. All right. If you need to, you can go back and look at your homework to help you finish some of these other problems. If you've forgotten, elimination method and substitution method, you might have to go back and look at that. Please do not show up tomorrow and say, "Oh, I couldn't remember." That's fine if you don't remember, but it's not fine that you don't do something after that. You say, "I don't remember." Okay, look at your homework. "I don't remember." Type in substitution method in YouTube, and you'll see, 24,000 videos on the substitution method. So help yourself out and do as much as you can, and we'll go over everything tomorrow. Okay? All right, and that's about it.